new series from Dafuk is gradually gaining popularity. If initially his shorts were getting up to 50,000 views, now, thanks to you, viewers, and us, YouTubers, the series is getting 500,000 views, against the backdrop of the company's situation worsening every day. Why this series belongs to Dafuk, I explained in the previous video. You can watch it. Many think that the first episode is the beginning of the Human Being series, but that's not quite right. The series has a small prologue called Costic. After publishing the full version of the initial episodes, we clearly noticed this. Well then, let's start from the very beginning. If you've already hit like and subscribe to the channel, then we're starting. The prologue begins with the cameraman turning on the camera and recording his friend named Costic on video. Then they start making noise. After this, Metro cops, that is, police, notice them on the street and try to detain them. Costic resists arrest. The police use force against him, and he in turn runs away. Right here we could notice the main character of the series, Gman. He was standing and watching everyone. The police continued to pursue Costic. He resisted as best he could, despite a small wound on his back. Then he gets into the drone's frame. He becomes even more aggressive and simply jumps on the drone, destroying it. Then he throws the drone at the Metro cops. Costic, of course, was able to defeat the Metro cops, but unfortunately, he was powerless against Gman. After all, in the second episode, we see their corpses. On the left side, his cameraman friend, and on the right side, Costic himself. And here the question arises, who is Gman in this universe, and what does he want? In the first episode, as we already know, he observed what was happening and was also recording video in parallel. But he, unlike Costic, behaved adequately and restrainedly, and only repeated one phrase on video: "I feel happy. I feel healthy. I'm a human being." What does this phrase mean? Throughout all episodes, Gman will repeat it. In the previous video, we talked in detail about where this phrase was taken from. In this video, I want to talk about the meaning of the phrase. Let's start with the first part, I feel happy. Notice, he only feels happy, but his face shows the opposite. When he says, I feel healthy, this doesn't mean he's healthy. This is just his feeling, his sensation. With the last phrase, he says he's human. But if we consider the previous phrases and what will happen to him in the following episodes, it will immediately become clear that he's clearly not human. In addition, from the second episode, his face begins to distort, which confirms that he is not human. As I already said, in the second episode, we see his old clothes, as well as Costic's clothes, which he took for himself. Now, I'll tell you my theory about why he changes into other people's clothes. First, it seems to me that Gman is from another planet, and he has a specific goal and task. It seems to me he really wants to become human, after all. His phrase clearly indicates this, and the fact that he changes into human clothes shows that he wants to be like everyone else. Therefore, he behaves like a human and dresses in human clothes, with the thought that this will help him become human. The second episode ends with Metro cops trying to arrest him, but they fail, as Gman doesn't feel pain and doesn't react to blows in any way. As we see in the third episode, Gman took off Costic's clothes and changed into a Metro cop uniform. Nearby, we notice small Gman models. This is not connected to the plot at all, but is merely a reference to the first episodes of Skibidi Toilet. As we see, his face continues to distort. And in the background, we notice a huge number of Metro cops who wanted to detain Gman. As we see, they failed. In the background, we notice a toilet. This is another reference to Skibidi Toilet. After all, even the toilet is a model of G-Toilet from the main series. Here I can tell my second theory about Gman. If this series is a prequel to Skibidi Toilet, then we can assume that Gman arrived from this planet of Astro Toilets with one goal, to conquer the world. But first he had to become a Skibidi Toilet. It seems to me this would be an ideal option for showing how the Skibidi virus appeared and how it all began. But unfortunately, we're unlikely to see this in the new series. Since the rights to Skibidi Toilet belong to the Invis company, and Dafuk has no right to show anything related to Skibidi Toilet, including a prequel. Also, in the full version, the local secret agent appeared. He could be noticed on the left side. He glows green and watches Gman. Gman himself doesn't notice him. Gman repeats his phrase, and then a Metro cop helicopter flies up to him and fires heavy projectiles at him. In the fourth episode, we see that he survives even after the strongest explosions. His face still distorts. Notice, the face only distorts when recording is turned on. From this I can conclude that when he turns on recording, he transforms into a human. And what he looks like without recording, no one knows yet. He lost his clothes due to explosions, and he'll have to find new ones, as he wants to be like an ordinary person. He repeats his phrase, but now with a different voice, more robotic and with more bass. An ordinary passerby appears and doubts that Gman is human. Gman, without thinking, kills him and takes his clothes. Secret details were also hidden in this scene. For example, the same small Gman figurines. And what's most interesting, a poster with the inscription, "They are coming." It was exactly the same in Skibidi Toilet, when the secret agent constantly warned of danger. For example, in episode 64, he warned of a trap, and there were exactly the same inscriptions on buildings. As we see, it's the same here, the same handwriting of Defuk, and in the distance, the secret agent could be noticed. More precisely, the secret cat. For those who didn't understand, this is a door closer character named Power Cat. In the fifth episode, Gman changes into that person's clothes. As we see, after episode 4, something global happened, something that infected everyone. The series' story doesn't reveal details, but immediately shows the consequences. Perhaps this is somehow connected to the Half-Life world, but so far there are very few details to say for sure. Gman continues to say his phrase, and in the distance you can notice the secret cat. He still watches Gman. As we see in the next 6th episode, Gman is able to survive even a virus. He not only stays alive, but also puts the infected body on himself. In this episode, almost everything is as before. New clothes, but now in the form of an infected body. The phrase sounds, but now incomplete. Gman doesn't say the last phrase about being human. But if you look carefully at the description under the video, you can notice the continuation of the phrase. It said, "I feel, help me." What help Defuk meant is still unknown. Episode 7 begins in a completely different place, and they show us an action scene where Metro cops are trying to stop the separatists. Gman is one of them, as he's wearing their uniform and bulletproof vest. His face still distorts when the camera catches him. The G entity repeats the same phrase to the end, but this time he has no pupils, possibly because before this, he was in an infected body and had red eyes there. After the shootout, one of the separatists notices that the creature is not one of them and decides to eliminate him with a rocket launcher, but the creature still doesn't die, and on the contrary, this time even smiles. As I said earlier, the series is gradually beginning to gain popularity while Skibidi Toilet is in crisis, and the last episode came out 4 months ago. As you remember, I and 56 YouTubers sent a letter to the company where we named their main mistakes. We gave them 14 days to respond, and on the very last day, we received a response in the style of, "Okay, after this we moved to Plan B." As you can see, Plan B consisted of moving away from Skibidi and starting analysis of other projects, because 50% of the popularity was created by YouTubers themselves, since in 2023, many popular YouTubers made analyses and reactions to new episodes. Therefore, considering this, we told the company that if you want everything to be as before, you need to return Alexei, revise the contract, and start over. They didn't listen to us, and now, as soon as the series started gaining popularity, they got in touch a month after their previous response.
Over the past months, the story around Skibidi Toilet, Alexei, and invisible narratives has grown increasingly disconnected from reality. Accusations, assumptions, and speculation about who we are and what we've done have spread widely across the community. Many of you have asked for proof, but the agreement itself is governed by mutual confidentiality restrictions. As such, we are open to waiving or modifying the confidentiality restrictions regarding disclosure of our agreement with Alexei, provided he also gives written consent. If he agrees, we will share the agreement that addresses financial consideration paid to Alexei, his creative and financial roles in the franchise, and IP ownership. Nothing in this statement constitutes a unilateral waiver of any contractual rights or a disclosure of confidential terms. We offer this in good faith as openness to greater transparency, should Alexei share that same goal. Facts matter. Stay tuned, more to follow.
What does this mean? They finally felt and understood that their project is very closely connected with us and the viewers. This is the only reason they got in touch. And here's what they wrote. What do we see here? Again, a show that won't lead to anything good. This once again shows that they don't want to solve the problem, and on the contrary, continue to defend themselves, saying, "We have nothing to hide." Those who followed the news over 4 months know who's right in this situation. And we will continue to monitor the situation and continue to promote Defook's new series. By the way, I recommend watching this video. They created a short film about Defook, but with a small adaptation. There's a very interesting story there about how someone drew a masterpiece and then became a slave. I was even slightly touched by this story. I'll be very grateful if you subscribe to him and get at least 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. I'm a super cameraman. See you very soon. Good luck to everyone and bye everyone.